Hello YouTube, I'm going to start this video out real fast saying I am sorry for not posting in a very long time. As I've said in a previous video, I am working 60-hour weeks at my job, and it's downright exhausting. I don't want to create a video where I sound tired as hell, because I feel like that'd be poor quality in content. So I'm going to try to record a couple in advance, that way when I am working, I have a more reliable uploading schedule, because 60-hour weeks, I have 3 more weeks of it. It's fun. It's a very fun first experience of 60-hour weeks this much in a row. So, but there's the beginning of the video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of it and stick with me. We're going to be talking about the Call of Duty World War II beta, what I liked and didn't like about it. Made me a little list. I thought about doing separate videos, one for likes, one for dislikes, but there's really not that much that I found to justify a separate video for each, other than just to try to put videos out, which I'm more of a quality over quantity mindset. So I have a list of 8 likes and dislikes. I'd like to talk about them briefly for each point. Starting out, Call of Duty World War II, really enjoyed the beta. I can't wait for it to come out. I actually have like a hole in my gaming life now, because I've played the beta every day that I could of the 4 days, because I'm Xbox One, September 1st through the 4th. And now I don't know what to play. I don't play any of the games I own. I just want to play Call of Duty World War II, and it is terrible that I don't have it right now, right here, to play. But starting out, I'm going to go ahead and start with the dislikes. Shotguns. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. The shotguns in the beta to me just feel super powerful. Overpowered might be the right word for it too. They just feel very strong, and they need to be nerfed down a little bit. Recon plane, that would be the second dislike. It's too expensive for how cheap it is. It doesn't even take a full assault rifle magazine to take it out. Sniper rifle, I think the Commonwealth took 8 shots without FMJ. With FMJ, took 4 shots to take them out. That's a 5, depending on what game mode you're playing, a 5 to 10 kill streak, but 500 points in general. It should have a lot more health. It shouldn't be as easy to dispose of. It should either cost less, or it should have a much higher health. I understand that FMJ should do extra damage to it, but just for the base health against regular bullets, it should have more of a resistance, I believe, for the cost. My third point of dislikes, pistol fire rate. The 2 pistols I got to try, I didn't get to level up. I played enough to level up to try the machine pistol, but of the 2 pistols I tried, I didn't really like them. They weren't really good. They're probably the worst sidearm I've played with in a Call of Duty, in my opinion. 7 bullets, not a lot for sidearm, but it is supposed to be like your last-ditch effort. You're out of bullets in your primary, you switch to secondary, try to get them with that one last shot you need, one-shot kill them with the pistol, because you damaged them already. But traditionally, I play with sidearms mainly. Excuse me. In Call of Duty, I've played full games with just a pistol. I have a very fast fire rate, or trigger finger, which translates into fire rate in the game. But the fire rate cap on the pistols was tiny. Like, you couldn't even do anything. I understand they might be trying to stop the spammage, because it can get overpowered. But I think the pistols, I'd even be okay losing some damage on the pistols just to get the fire rate up there. It needs to be faster. Dislike number 4. The announcers. The announcer in the game, I had to mute it. I had to turn it off. It was way too loud, and just happened way too often. I understand they like to tell you every time something happens. The announcer was just loud. Super loud. I hope in the release of the game that it actually has a separate volume toggle, like you can move it up and down to a place you like it. Because I like having the announcer up, because I like to take out the recon planes. But I don't like having the announcer up when I'm trying to talk with friends, because I can't hear. If the announcer talks when a friend talks, I can't hear him. I can't tell. I mean, it's too loud, too obnoxious. Another dislike, number 5. I had a few instances, it's not a big one, but I had a few instances where my teammates, my allies, I'd shoot them a lot, and I continue shooting them trying to kill them because their name didn't show up. And in Call of Duty, if a name doesn't show up, it's usually an enemy. And so I'd be sitting there shooting them and shooting them, they wouldn't die, and I'd finally just kind of walk up towards them, trying to sneak up on them, and it ended up finally popping up that it was a friendly. I feel like the player names didn't show up very consistently, and there's multiple occurrences I have recorded. I might put a clip in here if I can find it. I have like 12 hours of gameplay to sift through because I didn't mark anything. That's pretty terrible. But it's just, I spammed bullets at these people, wasting my ammo because I thought it was an enemy. Their name didn't show up when it should have. Another dislike is going to be the user interface, like in the tab over user interface. I understand that they're trying to come over with a new system, something fresh to Call of Duty, something that might be better, or even just a change, because a change is nice. And I like the tab system. I think it's nice. It is a good change. Change is needed, but they need a better social user interface. They need to be able to. You need to be able to see who's in your party from any screen, I would think. Kind of like Battlefield 1, I hate to try to push other games' features into a game, because that's kind of stealing it, but they should have something like that. I mean, it just shows a name in the bottom right corner, because I mean, the bottom right corner to me was bare the entire time in the main menus, so they have room to put something there, because tabbing over like 3 or 4 times, then going down and moving your stick over 3 or 4 times just to get to a social tab to see if somebody's actually in your party or not gets old really fast. But I understand it is beta. There may be a system they plan on implementing and just didn't want to put it in because it's beta. My 7th dislike. Concussions, they feel very weak. The tactical grenades just did not impress at all. The tactical grenades felt just like they need a buff. They felt weak. I would throw a concussion grenade, and I felt like it went off right beside the people multiple times, and just nothing happened. Like, they didn't get concussioned. I also think that the timer on the concussion grenades the few seconds it is still a little long, because they are going back to boost on the ground. So they may have increased it compared to the last few Call of Duties, but it's still a very fast-paced Call of Duty. The concussions shouldn't take like 5 seconds to go off. They should happen really fast, like prior Call of Duties have done. Very recent ones, that is. But I feel like the tacticals are not strong. They need to be buffed a little bit. They're very weak. And my last dislike, which is actually my biggest dislike I had with the beta, which, I mean, is a good thing, because, I mean, I didn't have that many dislikes. I liked it a lot. It was very fun. I'm very excited for the game. But my last dislike is the shell shock, like the shaking on your screen, the inability to sprint from explosions going off around you. It is just way too strong. I understand. Let's see how I put this. I understand that shell shock is a thing, and it should be a feature, because it should matter. Like, if an explosion goes on near you, it is immersive to have it shake your screen and cause you to just kind of not be able to do anything. But it just felt way too strong. And friendly shell shock, I don't think should have to affect you anywhere near as much as enemy shell shock. I had friendlies, I'd be rushing, they'd throw a grenade. I'd get right to the choke point, the grenade would blow up beside me. It's a friendly grenade, keep in mind, it's not going to hurt me. But the shell shock gets me killed because my screen shakes, I can't do anything. It just feels like it froze up. And I don't think friendly grenades should be able to do that to you. Hopefully that's something that they do fix. That's going to be my 8 dislikes. Next up, we're going to go through my likes. The bayonet was... Excuse me. Whew. Gassy. The bayonet was a good attachment. I really liked the bayonet a lot, especially since this Call of Duty seems like it's such a close quarters atmosphere, and that the melees, they made them not one hit up front anyways. From behind it's still a one hit kill, but your melees aren't a one hit, and the rifles seem like they don't have an advantage. They have a disadvantage because everything is so close. So if you have a bayonet on your gun by default, running the correct division, that is, it balances a little bit. If you get rushed by an assault rifle, or a shotgun or a submachine gun, you have a close quarters option to instant kill them, and I think that is fair. I think there's a very good attachment. The bayonet rush, the charge, I felt like it's too short. I mean, you walk like 2 meters and then it's over, and you can't sprint for like 5 seconds. I think it should last at least as long as your regular sprint time, if not just a tiny bit less, just to balance it. But other than that, the bayonet was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I will be running it because, hey, it's default with the correct division. Another thing I liked a lot, my number 2, like the glide bomb animation. The first time I earned the glide bomb, I liked it. Just you're the bomb. You're immersed. It's an immersion thing. You're the bomb. You drop from the plane. You aim it as you being the bomb, and that is so much better than it's so much more immersive, I should say, and fits with technology available in World War II to do that. Because I mean, they could have done it like a Hellstorm missile from the Modern Warfare series, but they don't have a terminal like that. In World War II, they didn't have the computers like that, so it makes sense how they did it. I like the execution of it. It looks really good, and it's really immersive. I liked it a lot. Another one I liked was actually a kill streak, the paratroopers. I heard a lot of people saying how bad the paratroopers were. I was like, nah, they sound kind of like dogs, kind of. Not as much. I mean, it didn't take years. Actually, yeah, I forget how many points, but I think it was like 1250 probably, maybe 1150. So about 11 kills, like it would traditional Call of Duty Black Ops 1 dogs. But my first time earning them, it was on the snow map, the A something forest or something like that. I can't remember the names. I'm terrible with the names. But I got 7 kills. My first game earning the paratroopers, they got me 7 kills. 7 kills is a lot, especially if you're considering like a team deathmatch, and the paratrooper kills count towards a score. 7 kills is a lot. It's really good. I think even if they got 1 kill, that's good. It's better than I could probably do with like a Molotov or a flamethrower. Take that back. Flamethrower seems a little strong, and I used it and got quite a few kills with it. But back to the point, paratroopers I think are really good, and I really enjoyed them. And I hope they don't do anything to damage how good they are. I honestly hope they improve them. I feel like 4 paratroopers isn't that many for the amount of score it took to earn the kill streak. I feel like at the very least there should be a minimum of 4. But if there's 6 enemies, you get like 6 paratroopers. If there's 5 enemies, you get 5 paratroopers. But if there's 2 enemies, you should still get 4. I mean, that would be a good system to me, because it would help balance the kill streak depending on how many enemies there are on the enemy team. The paper map for the kill streaks, something small, something tiny, but I love the little features. Like one of my job roles at my current job is I have to watch so many little features at once, and you learn to appreciate little things. And the paper map for kill streaks, I love it. It's this game altogether, they execute their immersion great. These little things that just make the immersion better. Paper map, I love it. Absolutely great. Something tiny, but it makes the difference for me. I like the new kill cam system, or I don't know if you can call it kill cam system, the heroic play of the game, the bronze star. I don't know what you would actually call it yet. I think it should be changed a little bit to maybe the winning team gets it regardless, not just the best play of the game. Because there should be some sort of sense of accomplishment to winning the game. I understand when you win a game, you should feel good because you won, period. But in Call of Duty, there's always been that final kill cam too. Like, you know you got it. I mean, it's more of a sense of accomplishment, sense of showing off, kind of. And that's what they're going with the Bronze Star, was it shows the best play in the game, not the last kill. So your accomplishment, so you get highlighted. But I think it should be the accomplishments of the winning team. Even if I lost, I would like to see their best play. I mean, it's just something I would like. And another thing, just as a point that I thought of that's really cool, with the heroic play of the game, if you play Search and Destroy a lot like I will, and I do, trick shotters. Enough said, just no more trick shotters. I feel like the heroic play of the game should help downgrade that, because they can't guarantee themselves the final kill cam. They have to actually get multi-kills. So I think that should help the Search and Destroy scene deal with trick shotters, and I like that as a feature. My 6th point that I liked, I really liked the idea behind the map callouts that are beside the mini-map, like the names of each section of the map that you're at. And most of them I don't think will stick. I think a few will stick for like the esports community as callouts, because they're good callouts, but just a lot of them will not, because there's too many callouts. I mean, when you start listing a name for every single room with 2 or 3 walls that you walk into, it just becomes just too much. I feel like for callouts that should be quick, simple, not require thought. Which, if they're on your screen, if you're in that spot you're calling out, yeah, that's great, you have right there. But to be able to memorize the callouts on anywhere from 6 to 15 maps when there's like 30 or 40 callouts per map, I don't think it's going to happen for very many unless you're just a complete pro full-time player of Call of Duty. But I do really like the naming of the map places. Excuse me. And I see quite a few of the names actually carrying over to the esports community. Seventh thing I liked, the grenade indicators. They're nice, they're fresh. For me, I didn't actually play Infinite Warfare. I've played every other Call of Duty besides Infinite Warfare, and they've all had the same grenade indicators. I mean, maybe a different color, maybe it's a different shape for the grenade that is thrown, but they've all had the same grenade indicators. And this one, from what I saw and what I experienced, I may be misunderstanding it, but the grenade indicator was different size depending on how close the grenade was to you, and also the color changed with how lethal it was to you. If it's black, then it didn't damage you at all, even if it was a giant grenade indicator saying it's like right beside you. It's behind, you're behind cover, but the grenade's on the other side. It's not gonna damage you, you're good. And the color changed with how lethal it was to you. From orange, I believe went orange to red. I'd have to check gameplay to check that. Probably should have done that beforehand, but hey, poor planning. And the last, and I really liked the grenade indicators. It was fresh to me, and something different, something new that I think will be good. My last like for the Call of Duty World War II is just the overall feel of it. I mean, it's still fast-paced, but it is going back to the roots of Call of Duty. My favorite Call of Duty is Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I, at times, try to put out there, try to get it remastered, try to kind of voice with the community that should be remastered, but at this point, I don't think it should. Because the Call of Duty community is just, it's too fast-paced now for something like Black Ops 1 to be good remastered. Because that game was slow-paced. It was a very enjoyable game. It is still my favorite game, even with the beta from World War II. I'd have to have played a full year to decide if I like it better. But I like the feel of Call of Duty World War II. It feels like I'm kind of playing Black Ops 1. It has that boots-on-the-ground traditional feeling to Call of Duty that Call of Duty has always had, but it's still fast-paced, which is how the community has developed. The community, especially with esports, has turned into a fast-paced entertainment game, and I like it overall. My thoughts over the beta are all positive, even with my list of dislikes, even with the ones I haven't said. I see the game doing really good for the year that it's out, uncontested by other Call of Duties, and even the years afterwards. I see it being a good Call of Duty. It's the first Call of Duty in a couple of years to go back to the basics, to go back to having boots on the ground. No boost jumps, no wall running, no fancy stuff. It's Call of Duty now. It's back to what I like, my favorite kind of traditional feel Call of Duty. And I'm going to enjoy playing it. I hope y'all enjoy watching me play it. I thank y'all for watching this video if you stuck all the way through. And if you did, I hope that means I entertained you, and I hope that means you're going to like and subscribe to me and the video. And please have a very good day. Thank you.